In these next few problems, we'll work applications where we write an equation and we solve that equation to find a solution to the problem. A recipe for seafood stew requires 2 1/4 pounds of fish. After buying 1 3/4 pounds of bluefish, a chef decides to fill out the recipe with codfish. How many pounds of codfish should he buy? Okay, our equation looks like this. He has 1 3/4 pound of bluefish. We want to know how much codfish he needs to complete his 2 1/4 pounds of fish he needs for his stew. So we'll work this as we've done other equations where we have to get x by itself. So we'll do that by subtracting a 1 3/4 from both sides. So 1 3/4 minus 1 3/4 plus x is equal to 2 1/4 minus 1 3/4. We have an x on the left-hand side. On the right side, as it stands, it's going to be a little difficult to subtract the mixed number 1 3/4 from 2 1/4. So we're going to borrow a 1 from the 2 and put it with a 1/4. So the 2 1/4 becomes a 1 5/4. So 1 4/4 plus 1/4 is 1 5/4 minus 1 3/4. And that gives us a 1 5/4 minus 1 3/4 is a 2/4 for an answer, or 1/2. Okay, now we need to take our answer of 1/2 and put it back into the original problem and see if it checks. So 1 3/4 plus 1/2 equals 2 1/4. That's what we want to know. Is this a true statement? Now to add 1 3/4 and 1/2, we need to convert our 1/2 back to 2/4. So 1 3/4 plus 2/4 equals 2 1/4. Is that a true statement? Is 1 3/4 plus 2/4 equal to 2 1/4? Let's see. This will be 1 5/4. Is that 2 1/4? One more step and we'll know. We take the 1 out of the 4/4, put it back with the 1 in the whole number, and we have 2 1/4 equals 2 1/4. So since that is a true statement, we know that x equals 1/2 is our answer. So our chef needs a 1/2 pound of codfish to complete the amount of fish needed for his stew.